Namaste! Grand Rising, Big Cat Fire Signs. Welcome or welcome back to Big Cat Astrology, Big Cat Wave. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. The planetary hot topics to add to your almanac over the next 7 days. On the 1st of September, Uranus goes retrograde in Taurus. This transit will last until the 27th of January 2025. Uranus is in fall in Taurus, making its energy less stable and predictable. This period calls for introspection on how you handled changes in your life, reevaluate the areas where you may have resisted change or innovation. Expect to revisit and reconsider previous decisions related to finances and personal values. Use this time to plan for future adjustments with a clearer perspective, keeping an open mind to new possibilities. Also on the 1st of September, Pluto retrograde enters Capricorn, making it the final time it will be in our sign for the rest of our lifetimes. This transit will last until the 19th of November 2024. Pluto in Capricorn is neither exalted nor in fall, but its energy is intense and transformative. Reflect on the deep structural changes you've experienced, particularly in areas of power and control. Reassess long-term goals and the foundation you've built to support them. This is a time for letting go of outdated structures that no longer serve your higher purpose. Embrace the opportunity to rebuild with a focus on resilience, strength, and growth. On the 2nd, Mars in Gemini squares Neptune in Pisces. This transit is challenging, with Mars in detriment in Gemini, leading to potential confusion and a lack of direction. You may feel a conflict between your desires and your ability to act on them. Be cautious of misleading situations or self-deception during this time. Focus on gaining clarity before taking any significant actions. Use this period to explore your ambitions, but with a measured and thoughtful approach. Ground yourself in reality and avoid making impulsive decisions based on unclear motivations. On the 3rd, we have a new moon in Virgo. This transit is neutral, offering a time for new beginnings and setting intentions. Avoid surgeries during this new moon phase, as it's a time when your body is focusing on renewal. Focus on setting practical and achievable goals for the upcoming cycle. Use the new moon's energy to organize your life and create efficient routines. Engage in activities that support your health and well-being, like starting an exercise or diet plan. Embrace this opportunity for a fresh start with careful planning and attention to detail. On the 4th, Mars enters Cancer, a transit that will last until the 22nd of October 2024. Mars is in fall in Cancer, which can make assertive energy feel more emotional and less direct. You may find yourself acting more protectively and defensively, especially in matters of home and family. Focus on channeling your energy into nurturing activities and building emotional security. Be mindful of passive-aggressive tendencies and strive for clear communication. Use this time to strengthen your foundation, both emotionally and physically. On the 5th, the moon in Libra is conjunct to Venus in Libra. This transit is harmonious, with Libra being in its domicile, with Venus being in its domicile of Libra, enhancing beauty, balance, and relationships. You may feel a strong desire to create harmony in your relationships. Engage in activities that bring beauty and pleasure into your life, such as art, music, or decorating your home. Focus on resolving conflicts peacefully and with fairness. Use this time to strengthen your connections with loved ones through thoughtful gestures. Enjoy the enhanced sense of balance and cooperation that this transit brings. On the 6th, Mercury in Leo squares Uranus in Taurus. This transit is challenging, as Mercury is in detriment in Leo and Uranus is in fall in Taurus, creating tension and potential for sudden disruptions. Communication may be erratic and misleading. Be prepared for unexpected news or changes in plans that require quick thinking. Stay flexible and open to new ideas, even if they disrupt your usual way of doing things. Avoid making impulsive decisions, especially in financial matters. Use this time to think creatively, but also ensure that your ideas are grounded in reality. On the 7th, the Sun in Virgo, opposition to Saturn in Pisces. This transit is challenging, bringing tension between your personal goals and external responsibilities. You may feel restricted or burdened by obligations that conflict your desires. Focus on finding a balance between your duties and your need for self-expression. Use this time to reassess your priorities and set realistic expectations for yourself. Take a disciplined approach to achieving your goals, even if it requires extra effort. Be patient and persistent, as the rewards for your hard work will come in time. Please stay tuned in for the tarot reading to follow. Big Cat Wave! Namaste! Grand Rising Big Cat Fire Signs. Welcome or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for messages for your next 7 days. Let's dive right in and unpack. You have the energy of a 7, darling dears. 7 speaks about you being in genius mode. I love it. I don't hate it. Getting new knowledge, reflecting on past actions, past behaviors, darling dears, coming to a new truth within yourself. And that's the best truth to tell, darling dears, is the one you tell yourself. Okay. With the energy of the 7, darling dears, 7 is a highly spiritual number. There's a lot of mystique around the number 7, darling dears. It also speaks about you being protected at this moment in time. You're a quick thinker, a source of knowledge at this moment in time. People will be looking up to you over the next 7 days. Some of you are also thinking of relocating, energy of the 7, darling dears. You've got 7 here and 7 on top, darling dears. So somebody is definitely relocating. But it's about you getting all of your answers from going within, looking within yourself, okay? It's time for you to believe in the actions that you're taking, darling. Self-belief is above all else. You're looking to make sure that this move, this new way of being, this new level of wisdom is in line with your spiritual purpose, okay? All right. According to the low shoe grid, energy of the 7 is in the west, okay? This is earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So it's something to do with your career, darling dears, in the west, okay? The energy of the west, darling dears, the energy of the 7 speaks about your creativity, children, and entertainment. So something that you're doing or something to do with your kids will be coming up over the next 7 days, darling dears. Your progenies. Your colors, your boss colors this week are white, white and pastel colors, okay? All right, you could be a life path 7, or the number 7, 16 or 25 will be in your life over the next 7 days. The number 7 is ruled by the numbers, what am I talking about? By the letters GPY. It's also ruled by Neptune. Neptune rules Pisces, and the letters O and Z. You are a natural seeker, darling dear, seeker of the truth. You are being intuitively guided to a new level of truth within your life. It's also a reminder to pay attention to your dreams. The energy of the 7 is also ruled by the South Node, okay? So something from a past life is coming up at this moment in time, or something to do with your early experiences. It's about because the South Node is about your inborn ability pertaining to your prior developments, okay? Your luckiest numbers will be the numbers 4, 5 and 7. Your luckiest days will be Tuesday, Friday and Saturday. Avoid the numbers 2, 3, 6 and 8. It's represented by a semi-sextile, which is, according to astrology, which is extremely healing and transformative, darling dear. So this new level of truth is gonna be involved in being diplomatic, forgiving of certain situations. That sometimes you gotta put them baggage down, darling dears. You can't be the bag lady. Good golly gosh, listen. Let some things go, please. Especially with Capricorn going back, Capricorn, Pluto retrograde going back into Capricorn on the 1st, darling dears, because it's going to be the last time it's going to be in Capricorn for our lifetime, okay? So all principalities, all buildings, whatever, darling dears, is coming down. Systems, way people govern people, everything is changing, including within your own life, darling dears. So definitely transformation is on the tableau, darling dears. Maybe being pushed by the energy of Pluto in Capricorn. It'll be there from the 1st of September until the 19th of November. Last time in a lifetime, darling dears. It tells me that you are analyzing situations, gaining new levels of wisdom, but it's all from the what? Going within, the introspection, darling dears. Okay? All right. Definitely pay attention to your dreams. This is definitely a spiritual move for you at this moment in time. Okay? And as I said, 2 sevens on the tableau, darling dears. You can't argue with that. The energy of the 6 speaks about some kind of cooperation. Cooperation for you for hospital, doctors, or some kind of medical visit. Maybe you want somebody to align with you and come with you, or someone will be calling in a favor from you. Okay, but it's a general look about your health, darling dears. Something to do with water. Maybe you get comfort from a body of water. Okay, this is about you taking the time, as I said, lots of introspection, energy of the 7, meditating on things that you want to achieve in your hemisphere, not focusing on what you don't want, the baggages that you had to put down. Okay, the energy of the 7, darling dears. So you're going to be meeting on someone, darling dears, who's going to have a profound effect on your life going forward. Okay. The energy of the 1-6 also speaks about someone going into another marriage or long-term partnership. Or it could be a business partnership, darling dears, or a friendship coming towards you. Okay. Right. Are we done there? We're done there. Okay. You've got 2 and a... Look. 2 and 5 is 7. You got 7 on the front and 7 on top. So we got treble 7s on the tableau, darling dears. Good golly and gosh. Confirmation as well, darling dears. Confirmation. And as I was saying, darling dear, whenever we see a 2 and a 5 on the dice, someone is going down Bobby Brown. Remember I told you that. Someone in a public arena where everyone will see it. It could be within your community, but I believe it's going to be something that the whole world will know about. And it's going down over the next 7 days. Remember, Pluto is retrograding in Capricorn from the 1st of September. Remember I told you that. Don't forget to hit me back up in the comments and we'll see what happens, eh? All right. Let's press on. We've got the energy of the 3 on top. Of course there's gossip. Of course people are looking at where you're going in your life. Maybe you've had the knowledge and wisdom to put down certain relationships and behaviors, darling dears. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. I'm gonna have a look at the oracle message. Slipped right over. Yeah. You're going to be making choices, darling dears. As I said, choosing new ways of doing things. We've got the 2 and the 9. Energy of 11. The energy of 11 is a life path number. Okay. The energy of the 11 also speaks about you being a visionary, darling dears. It speaks about you being a master illuminator, a wounded healer. So you've obviously gone through some things, darling dears. But it's about you bringing things back into balance, utilizing your intuitive nature, knowing when it's time to move, because you can't stay sedentary, darling dears. Stagnation is kryptonite to a big cat. Remember I told you that. So you're going to be making choices. This one's trying to come out. Oh. A deep dealing mattress back. Good golly and gosh. So this could be a past person. Someone that was skullduggerous in your life. Okay. Wow. It looked like it took a turn for the worse. All right. Let's carry on. Let's carry on. Let's get your oracle ancestral message. I'm going to use the life lesson cards. Look, a cycle is definitely over, darling dears. And it could also represent the expansion of your mind, your wisdom. Meaning that you are not meant to fit inside a box. You are a fire sign, darling dears. This is about your inner strength, your passion, your energy. Oh, so right off the back end. You've got travel, darling dears. Yes, you have. It could be physically. It could be on the internet, darling dears. People coming towards you, meeting someone. I'm also getting the feeling that you're going to be meeting someone from a foreign place. Somebody from, not from this land, darling dears. The energy of the 7, we saw it 3 times on the dice, darling dears. This is about your warrior spirit. The moon energy, Cancer energy, moving forward. Okay, it's telling me that you're going to be extremely successful. This could be in the form of buying a car, meeting a new partner, especially if it's on a business trip. Either they'll be traveling or you'll be traveling, but it's definitely a focus on your long-term goals. Energy of the 3 7s again tells me you're going to be getting some kind of an invitation, darling dears. Okay, but definite travel and definitely moving on from a situation. It also tells me the energy of the 7 as well. You rarely move direct. Yes, you're going towards your goal. Okay, it could also speak about you having been taken off your path. Okay. Extremely resourceful at this moment in time. A new home. It could also speak about a mobile home. Definitely movement, a car. Base of the deck, darling dears. Build it and they will come. Okay. Creating some level of foundation, darling dears. Energy of the builder speaks about manifestation mode. Your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment, and your life purpose involves traveling. Okay, let's carry on. Let's carry on. Base of the deck, we've got Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the 9th house. The 9th house is about travel, higher education, darling dears. It could also have some legal. Energy of the 9 is also a highly spiritual number, something to do with publishing, definitely online, something in the media. You may be involved in astrology or learning astrology, but your worldview has definitely changed. Why? Because of this new level of wisdom you are commanding. Something to do with possibly organized religion or spirituality is definitely on the table. Maybe something to do with your in-laws is going to be coming up over the next 7 days. But definite travel. When we see Sagittarius, this is foreign people, foreign lands, learning new languages, tapping into your philosophies, darling dears. Yes. New environments, new languages coming towards you. So definite travel is on your cards over the next 7 days. We have the energy of the 1. The 1 says if you have a major decision to make, don't make it until after the next new moon, which will be in Virgo on the 3rd of August. Right. Current situation. We've got Capricorn in the reverse. And we've also got the 10 of air in the reverse, darling dears. Somebody's leaving a job, darling dears. You're making new choices. Possibly it's going to involve some traveling, but it's definitely a job or some kind of loss of status in a situation. Air energy in the upright, 10 of swords. There's a lot of bureaucracy, although there's a lot of backstabbation in this situation. Okay. Definitely moving forward. Somebody's also going to be going through some surgery. Okay, if you are going through the surgery, try to avoid the new moon or the full moon, darling dears, because healing is not at its peak. Okay, but definitely moving on from a situation. Pull another card. Yeah, 4 of Wands going towards you. 11 fade, darling dears. Situation, it also, again, 4 of Wands speaks about some kind of invitation coming towards you. Invitation could be an invitation for a new job. Again, Swords energy, going towards something new, letting past situations go, but moving towards an 11 fade. I love it. I don't hate it. It also speaks about something stable is coming towards you, and it's going to be a blessing in the form of like I said, invitation to a party, the meeting of someone who's going to have a profound effect on your life, darling dears. Okay, we've also got what? The 6 of water on its forehead, darling dears. On its forehead. Somebody's also living in the past. They're going through the nostalgia of it all, darling dears. Someone who would like to come back and offer to your situation. Okay. This also again could also highlight that someone from the past could be looking to make some kind of date, bring you out on a date. But going back to the energy of Capricorn, there was rules and regulations in that situation. Capricorn is what? Saturn energy. There could have been abuse, drugs, alcohol, you name it, was involved. But you are definitely moving away from a situation as well as leaving a job. But leaving the job is the best thing you could have ever done. The cards are spitting out today, darling dears. On the Capricorn energy, we got the Scorpio. So this definitely is a new beginning in your life, darling dears, moving forward. Okay, and we've got the Sagittarius energy. Good golly and the gosh. Didn't we just pull this out at the beginning of the read, darling dears? Sagittarius is the death and rebirth of you. The Sagittarius energy, highly spiritual number, just like the energy of the 9, darling dears. This is about you letting go of some situation. Some money is going to be paid towards you, darling dears. Money that's going to fund your trip for you to travel, possibly abroad or domestically, darling dears. But definite movement for you over the next 7 days, right? Good golly and gosh. And we've got the King of Cups. Again, it's about you mastering your emotions, moving in silence. It tells me that once you get this new offer, it could be a new job. It's also expansion of your mind, darling dears. Traveling for cultural purposes, darling dears, to learn new things. It's going to be definitely going down. We've also got what? The good, the golly, and the gosh. The Ace of Pentacles in the upright. This is going to be extremely fortunate. It speaks about new opportunities coming towards you. So it tells me that you're coming from a situation where there was a lot of confusion. Okay, no more confusion in said situation. You have to remember that this is a general read. If you want something more personal, hit me up in the Gmail, darling dears. But this confusion is extremely transformative for you, darling dears. It's going to activate this new beginning. If it's a situation that you was finding hard to put down, you're putting it down, darling dears. It also speaks about you getting over some form of addiction. For many of you, this was a life and death situation. It could also speak about a near-death situation. Okay, something that you had to put down, but it's the best thing you ever did. We've got the what? Lean in, bestie. Lean in. Ace of Pentacles. I mean, yeah. No, what am I talking about? This is the 6 of Swords in the upright. So you're definitely leaving a situation behind, darling dears. Best decision you ever made. And now you have the King. The King of Wands, darling dears, telling me that you're highly intuitive. Again, fire energy. It tells me that you have charisma. You're a natural born speaker, darling dears, a leader. It speaks about you being honest and passionate and going forward with this new situation, which is going to be extremely generous towards you. It's telling me that you must take this risk, whatever risk that is, and your quick action will be repaid in full. Base of the deck, good, the golly, and the gosh. The 5 of Wands. Again, it speaks about what? Leaving a conflicting situation behind. Possibly where the dick dealing mattress backs was residing, darling dears. Yeah, where's that? 911 Freddy Krueger Avenue, 2 streets over from the loser lane, in the district of the damned. Definitely leaving a situation behind, whether it's work, bureaucracy, a relationship, but it's the stripping of the old for the new to come through. Yeah, Virgo energy. This is about your employment, darling dears. You're about to change everything around you in your life. How you look at your health, the people that you work with. Somebody's also going to be acquiring a pet. Yeah, you're going to be picking up a pet, darling dears, whether it's attracted to you. I mean, it starts following you home, or you actually go out there and buy a pet. Something to do with a pet, darling dears, definitely going on. The Virgo energy of it all, again, it points to healing. Virgo is ruled by Gemini and is ruled by Mercury, so it's Gemini and Mercury. Okay. Hermit energy, definitely a new beginning for you, darling dears. Lots of introspection, and again, it's speaking about this self-actualization. You have an older partner coming towards you, whether it's for love, friendship, business, whatever, darling dears. This person is definitely coming through. There'll be a difference in your age. Okay, we've got 2 kings on the table, so it's telling me that you've been in your masculine energy for some time, darling dears, but not for much longer. Okay, it tells me that you was in a situation where Virgo energy, Hermit energy, there was a lot of backbiting, dishonesty. You've had to learn to stand alone, darling dears. Listen to your own intuition, okay? But it also speaks about some kind of guidance coming to you. So pay attention to any spiritual prompting. Like when your hand is telling you to go left, when you know in your heart you must go right, okay? Also, hermit energy coming up. You may have something involving something to do with your digestive system, okay? Your hands, your nerves, your lungs, your shoulders. Maybe this is what the doctor's visits are going to be over the next 7 days, darling dears. But definitely pay more attention to your health, changing your diet, okay? Okay, but definitely leaving a situation behind, letting go of the old so the new can come through. Love it. I don't hate it. Let's get one final card. Then we're out of here to get great. Let's get a deck I haven't used in a while. All the decks are going, pick me! Final message. Oh, jumped right into my lap, darling dears. The good, the golly, and the gosh. We've got what? Regeneration, darling dears. You're at a fork in the road. You have to choose. The flag speaks about transformation. You have to choose the direction that you go in, darling dears. Okay? But bearing in mind, this is the regeneration of you. Energy of a 10. You've got the 10 and a... What is this? 13. And the never-ending story. So you know one path is not for you, darling dears. Possibly going back, staying in a job that no longer fits you. This is the regeneration, rebirthing of you, darling dears. Let go of the old so the new can come through. Posh clap. On that note, I drops me mic. Let go of the confusion, darling dears. When you go within and you've come to an agreement within thyself, move in silence, King of Cups. Remember, I told you that. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, big cat wave. Until we meet again on these tarot streets. Cat, 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 cat.